Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 0.
Is this episode 0 or like episode -1?
Episode never to be seen in public.
If you're seeing this, like, we either like spoke the maddest shit or like this is the best episode ever. I don't know why you would be watching this, but
This is a
Patreon exclusive episode that's never going to see YouTube.
Thank you, $5 patrons.
oh god, oh god.
This is the Trash Taste Podcast.
Yeah.
I am your host, Joey, and joining me is Gart and Connor.
Yeah.
I mean, are you the host though? I mean,
I'm the host for this
Well,
episode.
for this episode.
For this episode.
For this episode.
This is a podcast where we talk about anime
Anime.
and everything else in between.
We're going to start off talking about anime, but that's just our excuse to talk about literally anything.
Whatever the
but
fuck we want.
Yeah.
Because I don't watch anime anymore. Do you watch anime anymore? The anime
Wait, okay,
man?
This is a good question then. Like, what's the last seasonal anime you watched, like all the way till the end?
Beastars.
Does that even count as seasonal though? Like that?
What do you mean?
Because like
That's
it
seasonal,
got
right?
like put in like Netflix jail though. Like,
But I mean...
But it's a seasonal anime, right? Are you talking about animes?
like you watch week by week.
I have not done that for...
No, I haven't done that. I haven't done that for years.
What? Okay, but okay. You know, I normally like to do that where I leave it to the end. But the one time I was like, shit, I got to catch up is like Demon Slayer. 'Cause I wasn't watching Demon Slayer. I know you haven't watched Demon Slayer.
I've never seen it.
Like I've never felt so left out for that 1 week while I was like catching up behind everyone else.
Yeah.
And I binged that shit.
No, the thing is, I hate watching shows like weekly. I don't know how
I
people
can't
do
do
it
it anymore.
Even more, I don't know how people people read manga weekly.
Okay, that's different though.
Like, how would you read one chapter of a manga and you're like, that was a satisfying experience?
Let's wait 7 whole days for the next one. Fuck that.
Yeah, like the only series I can understand is something like Hunter x Hunter, which is basically like a light novel in a chapter. But Demon Slayer, I had to watch. I didn't watch it weekly. I watched it in like 5-episode chunks. So I would like watch 5 episodes, wait, and then watch another 5 episodes.
That is the weirdest way I've heard anyone like watch it.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
I've
either
heard
all out or like I don't watch it at all. I don't know.
Because I don't know, like 5 episodes to me is a good, satisfying.
It's
chunk.
like a movie, right?
Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
like I watched a movie. I don't know, 20 minutes to me is just too short. By the time
Depends on the series for me.
Oh, I don't know.
Sometimes 20 minutes feels like a fucking eternity.
Yeah, but that just means you're not having a good time with it, surely, right?
And, yeah, at that point I'm just like, nah, gotta cut it off.
Like, it's either, because if it's a good series, then 20 minutes is nowhere near long enough. But if it's something like Sword Art Online, I'm not going to be paying attention to that shit. I can watch that shit weekly, but I can still enjoy it. But I guess then 20 minutes is enough.
It depends for me. Like, if it's a story-based series, then obviously I'm gonna have to like watch it all in one chunk. Because otherwise, I'll wait a week and I'll be like, fuck, I don't remember what was happening.
Yeah.
But if it's something like episodic or like, you know, non-narrative based, like a comedy, for example, like I can watch like one episode of like Daily Lives of High School Boys and wait a week and have no problem.
I guess that makes sense.
Because like there's
I mean,
nothing to
yeah.
remember from the previous week, right?
I mean, I guess some shows have more like urgency or like you really want, like Attack on Titan. Watching that weekly was painful. Like the new season.
Did you
Yeah.
actually?
Yeah, I watched it week by
How
week.
How the fuck did you do that?
Every week I was like so hyped one day when I was like, yo, this is hype. And then I realized I had to wait a week for the next one.
Because I've been season 2 and 3 just all in one sitting,
Yeah.
and like the time it took to load the next episode, like immediately, I was like, "Come on!"
But then it was almost like there's an aspect of it like it was so enjoyable because I did wait that week for every episode. And to be fair, you know, it wasn't like watching JoJo week by week because that was like watching Golden Wind week by week. That was like what 3 recap episodes.
Yeah.
Right.
So every time I was hyped to watch it, it was fucking a recap. But watching Attack on Titan, especially the newest season, season 2 part. Wait, was it season 3 part 2? Is that what?
Season 3 part 2.
Season 3 part 2.
What the fuck? But watching that week by week was good because you just got like a banger of an episode every single one.
Yeah.
It was good. And like it was nice because you got to sit with every episode. Sometimes I feel like when you binge an anime too fast, you're like, what the fuck happened? You just remember the big plot points.
I don't think so. I think especially with Attack on Titan, you know, season 3, part 2, you know, what episode 5, whatever. It was like
Season 3, the Chronicle part 7.
it was so densely packed.
Yeah.
So I can see, I guess, how people could watch it weekly, but at the same time, there was always something going on that I'm just an impatient guy, man.
Yeah.
Like, I can't wait. I hate the feeling of knowing that this experience is going to end and it's going to be left unsatisfied. I hate knowing that.
Sometimes that's life, though, isn't it? It's just not fun, you know? It doesn't end the way you want it to.
I mean, I kind of have that where it's like, I don't do it with anime anymore because, I mean, I don't fucking watch anime anymore. But I have that with like ongoing manga series. But the problem is that like I buy like volume at a time, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, sick, new volume just came out. But instead of waiting a week, I have to wait like upwards of like 3 or 4 months for the next volume. Yeah. But I can do that. Because yet I can't do weekly.
Because you're not like in the moment super invested in it. It's just like, it's like, oh, a new volume's out. Sweet. Starting to read. But like, I can see when you're like, a show is on your mind why you're like, nah, fuck that. I need it right now.
Because one of my favorite experiences or things is just binging a show and just getting super absorbed into this one series or one show. Like, I love that feeling. And I just can't do that in little chunks. You know, I can't get super invested in the series if I watch it weekly or just experience it like that.
I'm legitimately like trying to remember when was the last time I actually like watched a show weekly.
I can tell you, for me,
what?
Sword Art Online. Oh God. Going back to Sword Art Online.
Which one? Alicization.
Yeah, it was the newest one.
I think for me it might have been ReZero. I think I don't remember any after that.
I feel like ReZero probably isn't a good one though to watch weekly.
No,
because I think I watched like the first 5 episodes and that was amazing, and then week by week it wasn't as fun. I think, but I guess that depends on the show, right?
I think with any story-based show, I get like anxiety. Like I get anxiety that what if this show's good and I just wanted to watch it in chunks, and then sometimes I just forget to watch a show and I just end up not watching it at all.
I have a question. Do any of you rewatch anime? Because I know some people will die hard never rewatch anime.
The only time I would is if I have to like, if I'm doing it for like a video.
Yeah.
Or if I'm like featuring it in a video of some kind, but I haven't.
When's the last time you rewatched, any of you rewatched an anime? Or like show by that time?
Okay.
I rewatched, I recently rewatched the first 2 seasons of Castlevania because season 3 came out, right? And I was like,
they're pretty short as well.
I think I need to rewatch this in order to like get fully immersed. And if I think if I didn't, I don't think I would have been as immersed for season 3.
Yeah.
Season 3 was fucking awesome.
I had no idea what was going on in the start because I forgot everything that I watched. But it was fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last show I rewatched was Haruhi, which was last year. Wow. And it was just... Okay, I know this is a weird idea, but I just felt like rewatching it and I wasn't going to make a video on it. I just wanted to watch an anime just to enjoy it and just because I felt like watching it.
Don't tell me you've rewatched The Endless Eight.
No. I watched one episode of The Endless Eight. The reason I wanted to rewatch Haruhi was because I just wanted to re-experience Disappearance.
Yeah.
Which to me is still one of my favorite anime films.
It's such an amazing film.
Period.
Have I guys told you about the time I watched that movie?
Yeah.
Because it was listed as like the best anime movie.
Yeah.
I'd never watched Haruhi.
Oh my god!
And so
no way.
So I remember like
that movie's confusing even if you've watched Haruhi.
So like I had watched like it was the first anime movie I watched, and I watched Haruhi, that movie, The Disappearance. I had no fucking idea what happened. And I was like, why is everyone giving this 9.5 out of? Like what the fuck happened? I genuinely was like, do I just keep saying it's good because everyone else is saying it? Now I get why anime fans like fucking say the same shit to each other, because like I watched that and I was like, I think it's a 9. Like I
have to agree.
I can't go against all these rights.
It's like watching the 3rd Lord of the Rings movie and being like, this is a masterpiece. I think.
Yeah, I think.
But there's something about anime that's so fucking confusing sometimes to find where it starts. I mean, like back in Monogatari, that whole the Monogatari series.
Let's talk about Fate.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's too many. Anyway, I think we got off topic, right? You were saying you rewatched you were rewatching Haruhi, right?
No, I mean that was the point I was trying to make. It was just I was rewatching Haruhi because I wanted to re-experience The Disappearance, which is fucking amazing. It's an amazing film, even if you need to experience the series of Haruhi itself.
Yeah.
And I was rewatching it because I was like, has this movie aged? Was it as good as I remember it? Because have you ever like rewatched a series and it just hasn't been as good as you remember when you first watched it?
All the time.
I think every time I love rewatching Code Geass. I think I've rewatched it like 3 times, and every single time I'm like, it gets a little worse, I think. I think because you start to see like the kind of dumb shit they did that you really like just push to the back of your mind.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I've not So I showed Sydney Code Geass like last year.
Right.
There was a lot of bullshit that I blocked out of my mind. Because in my mind, I was like, okay, there's problems with season 2. Season 1's pretty golden.
Yeah.
What the fuck was... There was a fucking cat episode.
Yeah,
Did you remember that cat episode?
No.
Yeah, where they chase the cat around the school because it gets his mask.
Oh yes, I do you know what I mean? I remember.
I'm like, why is this an episode? This is such a bullshit episode. And then there was the 3-episode arc with Mao, or the guy with like the other Geass that could make people forget or something like that.
Yeah.
That was like complete bullshit. I completely forgot about that.
I still laugh at like the blatant Pizza Hut like.
Oh yeah, that's good though. I like that.
I know, but like every time I watch it, I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah, but no. I mean, the ending did still hit as hard as I remember.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I think like it sticks with you, and I think that says that I don't know about you, but like when I rewatch shows, I realize I forgot fucking everything in like the first half of like most shows.
Oh,
yeah.
And so I'm guessing like that plays into why the ending like is so good and why everyone remembers Code Geass is because like you finish it, you're like, damn, okay. Like even though there was so much dumb shit, you're like, damn,
No,
that shit was good.
This was worth it. This was
Yeah.
worth getting all the dumb shit out the way so we can get to this moment. Because the reason why so many people love Code Geass is because when it hits, it fucking hits. And it hits hard.
It's good shit.
Have you seen the Resurrection movie?
No. Wait, is that the new one?
Yeah, that's the
No,
new one.
I watched Key to the Exile, and that was
Yeah.
like a commitment.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen any of the Code Geass movies.
I like Akita. Akita was good.
Akito, I've seen some of the clips and the action scenes.
Oh,
in
dude,
those
it's
were
insane.
Fucking insane.
When did that come out?
I don't know, because I swear when I finished Code Geass in like 2013, one of the movies, there's four parts to it, and I had watched one of them. And the release was really fucking weird because they waited like 2 or 3 years to release the second part.
Yeah.
And then another year or so, and they just dropped both of them and didn't really make a big fuss about it.
It was like
was
over
weird.
a whole 4-5 year period.
It was
I
weird.
swear to God.
Oh.
It was one of those series that never technically died because there was always something Code Geass coming out between the original ending and Resurrection.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't feel like it was a continuation at all.
I don't know how much they like advertise it because like when I saw Resurrection, I was like, whoa, a Code Geass movie after all this time. And then later I found out there was like 3 other movies before that. So I was like,
I mean,
when did they come out?
I mean, those were just recap movies. So Resurrection is the first proper sequel movie.
Okay.
So it actually takes place after the events of the original Code Geass. Or it's a new timeline now. That's how they're justifying it because
Oh my God.
spoilers, Lelouch comes back, and we all know the ending of Code Geass season 2. So that spoils any kind of possibility that he could be.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
but they're also fucking awful about marketing anime stuff. I feel like, especially movies. My God, you never hear anything. And then you just find, there's a movie that I want.
Yeah, I think at least here, like a lot of the anime movies, because a lot of it is still very like niche and non-mainstream, unless it's like the fucking Boku no Hero Academia movie or something, right? Like,
Shit's all over
the
Ikebukuro.
only way people find out is like if it's on like Twitter or like Reddit or 2chan or something like that. Because like there are so many anime movies that I've seen the last couple of years where I would have not known about it unless like Nabi told me or like I had just randomly seen like a Twitter post about it. Been like, oh shit.
The thing about anime movies is that I feel like there's so many hidden gems still because nobody pays attention to anime movies unless it has a big director behind it.
Yeah.
So you can get some. I remember seeing so many trailers from anime movies that look fucking amazing, and then that's the last I hear of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I love when I see a trailer, but I'm not sure if it's a commercial or a movie trailer. I don't know.
Like the One Piece like cup ramen ads.
the miso one recently. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is movie quality. Like, I don't fucking know what I'm being advertised.
My favorite one is the McDonald's ad.
Oh no. Like I wanted to make a video on anime adverts because they're so damn good.
Yeah, I
they
know.
are so damn good.
The
man.
McDonald's advert, I was like, wow, they actually made McDonald's like a welcoming place. Like, that's the first.
Meanwhile, we get Michael Jordan telling us to go to McDonald's and not do drugs.
Yeah.
And they get
And to
cool.
get some
Anime.
I knew it was unrealistic though because in the advert the milkshake machine was working. So that's how you know this is fucking fiction, man.
It's bullshit.
I really want them though to like turn that and I'm not the first one to say this, but I really want them to turn those like One Piece cup ramen
I think everyone
stuff
will like
into just like a full-fledged series.
That's what it would take to get me in a One Piece. Is have them just be ramen and like high school, you know. Just,
Let's talk about that actually. 'Cause, like
Yeah.
you've never seen One Piece, right?
no, I know.
Like, so do you know anything about it?
No, I know the rap. You know the One Piece. I will
So
not
you know the one part that you shouldn't know.
I know the rough outline of the rap. I've had
Can
it
you
before.
can you do the rap? Because I don't.
We're doing it live. We're doing it live.
We're doing it. It's like terrible. It's like because it's like I don't fucking know. I can't do this. Embarrassing, but it's like dreaming, don't give it up, Luffy. Dreaming, don't give it up, Zoro. Dreaming, don't give it up, Nami. Give it up, give it up, give it up. And then it's like something about the 7 seas or there's a power door to 7. I don't fucking know. I'm too white to do this.
The first time I heard that, I thought it was like a YouTube parody. I was like, they couldn't have aired this, right? And then Sanji holding a lollipop instead of a cigarette. I was like, how could they do that to my boy?
See, here's the thing, right? Because the 4Kids dub of One Piece was my first experience of One Piece.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And no,
Same.
as a kid, I thought it was pretty damn good. And then I grew older, and then I found out that there was an original One Piece, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, they couldn't have changed that much. And then holy fucking shit.
I was wrong. I remember, like, I don't remember much. I just remember that I was trying to get my friends to watch it because it was on Cartoon Network and, like, no one wanted to watch it. But I just remember being, like, really... maybe you guys can tell me what the scene is. I just remember, like, there was a pirate and the guy with the blonde hair on the ship, and there was, like, bread, and he went through all his bread straight away. And, like, then he had, like, moldy bread, but he was still eating it, the older pirate or some shit. I don't know what this fuck was.
I don't
this
know
was
what
from.
the fuck
It
that
fucking
is.
creeped me out.
What is it like?
Is it
you
the
say
is it the Sanji arc? That's
might be.
It
all
might
I-
have been the Sanji arc.
Maybe.
Maybe
It was-
like as like what the fuck the chef with, like,
the chef.
giant
Yeah, yeah.
I was creeped
Peg
out
leg.
by it, and then I never really got into it. And then, the more episodes it gets and the more chapters, the more I feel like I can't start it. And I'm sure many people who are watching this can feel the same. Like, it's daunting.
I mean,
It is daunting, but you
It's-
can start it.
I'm intimidated to go back into it because I'm up to where the Just End Punk has it.
Because here's the thing, right? I think we can forget a lot of times how you can just fucking burn through chapters. So
No, yeah,
Yeah.
and it's daunting, but when you get into it, it's like, thank fuck there are like 800 chapters out there because I never want this experience to end.
but that's like crack, right? Like, I'm sure if I started crack, I'd be like, this is fucking amazing. Why have I never done crack
Thank
before?
God there's so much of it. Just an endless. They just keep bringing it to me weekly. Like,
But it's like, okay, because I didn't think I was going to get like that much into JoJo's either, right?
Yeah.
And then I got into JoJo's, and then I can't stop thinking about, like, this sounds like a crack addiction with JoJo. Like, all I can think about is JoJo's and like how much I love JoJo. And I'm like, I can only imagine what I would be like if I was a One Piece fan. I'd be the most annoying person on earth.
I mean, you act like you're not already not with like how many JoJo. I remember when this guy first discovered JoJo, he was that JoJo fan. You've calmed down now, but like I remember every time I'd hang out with you, you'd make at least like one JoJo reference every sentence.
Right? And I don't want to have that with One Piece, right? I'm like infuriating. And I keep being like, oh, you shouldn't eat that fruit. Oh, like I just don't want it to come to that, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm really susceptible to getting like addicted to things. And I
want you to get into One Piece just to see what kind of a fan you turn into.
I don't think it would be as bad as JoJo because One Piece, like the reason people can get so into JoJo is because JoJo
the style. It's like the everything about it is just so like I love it. Like
it's just so unique. So you can fall into the JoJo hole and have never experienced anything else and not find anything else like JoJo. Whereas with One Piece, it's not as unique as JoJo. It's just a story that's really, really fucking well done.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that's unique about One Piece is just the sheer size and scale of the story, rather than it doing really unique stuff and unique things.
I mean, that's how would you like sell me on it in like 10 seconds? Like One Piece, like what's like the main argument of why I should like read or what I read, right? You guys recommend
It's the highest selling manga ever.
That's a pretty good argument. I mean, things that are popular normally are good. Like crack.
But like, as much as I love to be like all hipstery about like successful series and just being like, oh, just because it's popular doesn't mean it's good. I feel One Piece is like genuinely like there is a reason why it's popular because it is fucking amazing.
Okay, here's how I would sell One Piece. It manages to take this childlike, adventurous, wondrous imagination and put that in a storytelling that adults can really, really enjoy and really appreciate.
It's also the one shonen series that actually knows how to do filler.
Okay, so I shouldn't skip the filler.
No,
I mean,
what I like.
How to enrage One Piece fans with one simple question.
If you read it, you'll like.
I'll read it all.
Yeah,
Okay,
you'll read
Because that was one of the biggest reasons why I loved One Piece so much more than Naruto.
Yeah.
Because like in terms of like the amount of filler, One Piece probably has the same amount of filler as Naruto.
Okay.
The thing though is that Oda knows where to put filler. So in each arc, there's usually like this new character that's introduced in One Piece, right? That follows along for that entirety of the arc. And they place like the background like story, I guess, or like a recap of like that character in like the most perfect position where you want to know
the filler anyway.
the filler.
Right.
So it doesn't feel like filler, right?
Yeah.
Whereas with Naruto,
So I started watching Naruto, and then someone was like, "Oh, you should download this app that tells you like which episodes are filler." And I was like, "Oh, cool." I thought it'd be like 20, 30, you know, like sprinkled in. They were like, just skip from 400 to 800. And I'm like, what the fuck?
someone calculated. I saw like I think it was a Reddit post. Someone calculated like the percentage of filler.
It was
in
like
Naruto and
50%. Like it was like
it's like 42%. It's filler.
Like, when did you guys first realize the concept of filler? Because I remember when I first realized it, because it was during Naruto.
you're like, hey, wait a second,
wait,
this isn't
like-
a story.
Like, I remember when, what was the last arc? It was the Sasuke Naruto fight, and I'm like, this is some good shit, man. I can't wait until they go find Sasuke again. And then I just kept watching, and I'm like, why the fuck is Naruto a fucking mecha? Like, what the fuck is going on?
It makes me happy that someone probably got like 300 episodes into the filler, and when they were like, oh, this doesn't matter at all. What do I do?
These last 100 hours mean nothing.
Yeah.
to my enjoyment of the show.
Okay, because if someone doesn't tell me it's filler, but I'll realize very quickly that it's filler, because they like at the end of the episode it's like nothing matters, hee or
Like, now I realize, but as a kid,
you don't realize,
you don't
give a
realize,
shit. No.
you don't realize.
It's all an episode, right?
Yeah.
But I think now as an adult, I see filler as wasting my time.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
and
no.
I'm like, I can't do this shit.
Especially with how many shows there are out there right now. Like, I remember...
It's like I can't sit down and watch every fucking beach episode. Like,
No,
I'm sorry.
no,
Like,
no,
it's not
no.
worth it, man.
No.
Like,
There are a few beach episodes that are worth it, but in general...
School days beach.
School Days beach is the best. 10 out of 10.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But the first time I realized filler was with Naruto, just because of that legendary filler run that was after the Sasuke fight and into Shippuden. God, I remember when Shippuden was announced.
I
and-
don't. That's way after way before my time.
Yeah.
Right. So when was it for you guys? And it was like, when did you guys realize
I
that?
think
there
it was
filler?
like kind of the time. You know what I think it was? I think it might have been while I was watching Dragon Ball Z. Because the anime is notorious for being the slowest fucking show in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, because I did not realize how much filler there was in Dragon Ball Z as a kid.
Right.
And looking back as an adult, I can't not see it.
Because obviously the manga was before my time.
Yeah.
But the anime was like right when
Yeah.
we were all kids. So I watched the anime first, and at the time I was like, this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then I grew a little bit older, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to read the manga.
Yeah.
And I read the manga, and I realized, wow, this is going like a million times faster than the anime. Jesus Christ.
Wow,
Like,
the fights don't take 4 hours.
yeah, I know. And like, I think as well, the other point I realized what filler was during the Aizen arc of Bleach.
Ah, okay.
I've
It's
heard
like
that's notorious.
notorious for being the most like it's like Ichigo takes 2 steps forward, end of the chapter. Ichigo's dad appears and says hello, end of the chapter. It's just like just fucking get on with it.
I think I can remember when I like realized filler was a thing, and I think I was watching Pokemon as a kid, so I think I was cursed. I found it out really early.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on, why is Ash fucking around in a circus with a sand shrew? Like, isn't he supposed to try and like level up and like get Pokemon? I was like, why the fuck is he helping someone with a sand shrew in a circus? Do you remember that episode?
Yeah, I remember that
And I was
episode.
like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, Gary Oak's slaying out there, getting pussy, getting more gym badges because you're fucking around helping some cunt in his circus. Like, I remember being like annoyed by it, and then there was just so many tangents in Pokemon. I was like, we're supposed to get the fucking badges. Like, what are we doing here? Because obviously, you know what the goal is because you're playing the game side by side in Pokemon. So, like, I think I realized really quickly, like, stop fucking around, Ash.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we want to go Safari to get us stronger.
I love as well how like Misty and Brock are like aware. Of
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Misty and Brock are like, Ash, we need to go for the gym badge, and he's like, hold on, I got to catch 19 Spearow.
You'd be so sick of Ash's shit if you were his friend.
Oh
Like,
my god! I don't know how they handled it for like 300 episodes or however long they stuck with him, man.
All right,
The kid's a 10-year-old. Like, what do you expect?
okay, the Butterfree. Okay, that was some good fucking filler, but there was so much of it. You're like, even as a kid, I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Ash? You're an asshole. You're making your friends wait.
It's funny you say that because I look back on Zendel and I'm like, I can't even tell what's filler with Pokemon because most
All
of
of
it
it.
does
All
feel
of it.
like
Yeah.
filler. Honestly, like what is the point of Pokemon? Because I don't think the point of Pokemon was for him to win the league.
It's not, but they like disguise a Saturday cartoon, like Western cartoon,
Yeah, yeah.
as like with a story, but they like there's none to it at all. Like there's
Yeah.
like little
Yeah.
trinkles of it, but it may as well be like Ed and fucking Eddie, like as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned. Like it's like great show by the way, but like it's about like like they don't build on it ever. Like maybe like every 15 episodes. I think that's what annoyed me because I thought that's what I wanted like anime to be as a kid. It's like something that did progress. Because you know, I feel like sometimes cartoons, like it's great that it's episodic, but sometimes you're like, come the fuck on. Like, can we?
That's why I like way preferred Digimon as a kid to Pokemon.
Right, 'cause
Because
there's
it
a
had an
story.
actual story arc. And I remember
Kids aren't stupid.
You know,
Like, they
kids
know, yeah.
kids aren't stupid, and I couldn't put it into words, but I did get a sense of I was really into Pokemon whenever they were in the league and they were like doing gym battles. But
So
that was
hyped,
like
so hyped.
1 week in like a year
Yeah.
that I'd get to see that or anything like that.
And the worst is that I felt like at least Cartoon Network in the UK, like I swear they never released them like episodic. It was just all over the fucking place.
Oh, really?
Yes. So one day you would watch like a 4-episode slot, and maybe you'd get lucky and they'd show 2 episodes back to back.
Yeah.
But I swear, if you came back the next day, you'd be like 20 episodes ahead, or they'd be replaying the same episode from the day fucking before. It was so annoying.
Yeah, just in case you missed it.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was like, oh, what? I'm
Just in case you didn't wake up early. You know?
Yeah,
Oh my god. Yeah.
So it was funny because I had a similar experience with Dragon Ball Z because I didn't have a Sky TV, so the only way I could watch Dragon Ball was if I had gone to my cousin's house, and I would go to his house like once every 2 weeks or something. So basically, I would watch Dragon Ball out of order. But the thing is, the Frieza arc was so long that
It didn't matter.
that it didn't matter. Like I would come in, and then the next time I would see Dragon Ball Z, it would be like 5-6 episodes ahead.
Yeah.
They were still doing the same. Namek was still about to fucking explode. The 5 minutes was still happening, and we were 5 episodes
What was
ahead.
it? It was something like that. Was something. It was like Namek in the story was going to blow up in like a few
5
hours.
minutes.
5 minutes.
It was 5
That's
minutes.
right. 5 minutes, but it's stretched to like 50 episodes.
Yeah, it was like 20 to 30 episodes, something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, it's takes the piss a little bit. I know you can fuck around with real time a little bit, but I think like some of them really do. Like, or you know when it's a really tense scene in anime, like we got 10 seconds left, and it's like literally a minute later they're still doing.
Yeah, it's like
And
we got
like,
10 seconds left.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me give you a 2-minute monologue.
Like, please.
Oh,
Right.
no, I think the best one was in that Hunter x Hunter, like the Chimera Ant arc, where it was like not even
Oh my
10
God.
seconds. It was like 1 second or something.
That was so
And that
hype,
was like
though.
a 5-episode arc or something like that.
That was hype though. I'll stand by that.
That was good
fucking-
writing.
was
That's how
fucking
to do
amazing.
it correctly.
Oh, it stopped. It was like the dragon thing coming down. All right, should we just do like a bye bye.